Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special episode of Goblets and Gays. We have probably, I don't want to say it is the most ambitious podcast crossover ever, but I'd say we're up there. Yeah, I think this is going to be 4 podcast crossover. So,
That's a fair few.
yeah, it's very few. And we are going to be playing some Monster of the Week. I am Aubrey. I will be your keeper for this week. I use she, her pronouns. And I will toss it, we'll just go by podcast, and I will toss it over and have people introduce themselves, their character, like a little bit about like their character and their playbook. And I will start with the Chasing Tails crew.
Do you wanna go first then, Prue?
Yeah, I'll go first.
You go
Why
first.
not? I'm Prue. I use trans. I'm from the Twitch thing. Today I am playing The Chosen One, which is a playbook for Monster of the Week that is you're like the Buffy Summers of the group. You're the one who had destiny thrust upon you, and now you have to fight things that go bump in the night. But I'm not just any Chosen One. I'm star of stage and prince of the movie theater, Fred Astaire. Because Aubrey hasn't revealed it yet, but we were given a 1930s movie setting, and I love Fred Astaire films, and so here I am.
They're so good. They're so
Just
good.
literally
Yeah.
Fred Astaire.
I'm just Fred Astaire, and it turns out Fred Astaire see for vampires and cryptids.
Yeah.
That tracks.
Yes.
And hi, I am Ghost. I'm also from Chasing Tails. I use they, she pronouns. I'm also over here from Witch and Craft Games. And today I'm playing actually a third-party playbook that I've never played before called The Snoop. And you are a reporter out here seeking not only a story but perhaps things beyond the normal. And I'm playing Francis Kelly. This is he/him pronouns. And he has been known to break onto many a film set, chasing a story and perhaps other things this time. And is a long time, let's not say friend, acquaintance of Mr. Fred Astaire.
You can say rival, it's fine.
I'm a long-time rival of Fred Astaire. We went to the same dance class when we were teenagers, and it didn't end well. So I'm here. Yeah, I'm here to chase a story, fight some monsters, and hold on to this grudge that's lasted for many, many years.
Nice.
Sounds like it's going to be great. And then we have Backwater
Hey,
Best.
that's us. That's us, Dick.
That's us. Yeah.
I think everybody's talking about us. She's talking about us.
Oh yeah.
Who's
Yeah,
talking about us?
we're from the
Everybody.
Backwater Bastards. We're
Yeah.
actual
Well,
play podcast. We play in space. We play a homebrew campaign in space. I'm the dungeon master, Dick.
I show up.
You have a really good website. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Yeah,
Like
no,
your
your website
website's
is-
really nice.
It really is.
Fantastic.
Through the
Awesome.
internet.
I
Well,
feel
one of
like
our
neither
things
one of
is,
us
you know-
can take credit for that right now.
Oh,
so
I apologize for paying compliment to the wrong people.
big
all
shout out
all
to
the
Nicole.
players. The players are all concept artists, so they're all very good at drawing stuff. So we've got a lot of nice looking content
Yeah.
associated with it.
So we
but
did
anyway.
that.
It's a Swish website, guys. That's really cool.
Are you looking at it right now? Holy cow! Wow. Okay,
yeah.
well that's us. So
Yeah.
people that are listening, like you could do that too.
Yeah, pause this, and go
Just-
go
No,
look
don't
at our
pause it.
website for a while. Just come back at your own time. But assuming you're back now, I'm playing an expert, which
Yeah,
is sort of
you
your
know,
Van
very
Helsing
DM
kind of
move.
like, I know everything about these creepy crawlies kind of characters. I've got sing lights for and just for like sharpening stakes and reading books and research, for whom I have a great distaste.
And, who are
Speaking
you?
of
Yeah.
rude,
Yeah.
I'm playing Hot Dog Girl. Whose real name is Marcy. We don't really know her last name because she just has a name tag on, and so she only does Marcy. And I'm Taylor,
Let's be
by
honest,
the way.
most.
I did not say that. I only the character. But Marcy and I are both us is from Backwater Bastards and and I'm a teenager that has a job on the lot selling dogs from the stand to everybody. So I have to deal with all of these people every day. I hate it. I hate my job. See here, I don't want to be here. I'm working and it's awful. And I'm the wrong means that I'm essentially Wolverine. Um,
Just had
and
a very
that's
visceral image of Wolverine with hot dogs instead of claws.
Oh,
exactly
God.
exactly.
See, I thought you were going to say hot dogs impaled on the claws, but okay, yeah.
Nope. It's worse than that, actually. But I picked that not because I wanted to be that, but because I wanted that move about tools mattering. So I'll be using a variety of hot dog theming DIY for people to get hurt. I have no sharp whatsoever, so I'm not gonna notice a lot of things. Hopefully, I will be kicking ass the whole game, and we'll see how that goes.
Kicking ass and making dog.
That's
Yep.
it.
Dice and Slices is a D&D 5e podcast powered entirely by baked goods. I am Josh, I use him pronouns, and I am Henry Passmore. He's actually our words are very difficult when you've not got them written down in front of you. I normally write my own intro. He is a producer from England. The Divine Play Interesting. I just want to describe his look per the Monster of the Week playbook. The 3 adjectives or descriptors are man, glowing eyes, and perfect.
Nice.
That's it. That's it. I imagine he's got a sort of Andrew Ryan look about him. He carries a golf club instead of a thunderhammer. There
As
you go.
you do.
As one does.
Yep, as one does. And
Are we
got
talking like an
Cool.
iron or like a big, like sort of hip?
I'm going to leave that to the listener's discretion.
you
Mm.
imagine.
That just leaves me then. Hi,
Oh.
I'm Alicia. I'm also from Dice and a Slice. I've never played Monster of the Week before, so I'm a little system newbie here. But I will be playing a small boy called Tim Timson. He uses he, him pronouns. Me, Alicia, I use she, her pronouns. He is a small orphan boy from London. He was bought by the production company to be their runner. And I will be using the mundane playbook, which is basically the like normie in the horror films that has no idea what's happening and kind of just gets dragged into it all. Which works because I don't think me as Alicia is going to know what on earth is happening, but I'm excited. He's kind of scared of Henry the producer. He has a crush on the hot dog girl because who doesn't? And Fred Astaire is my hero. So I'm just
Aw.
Hey, here's
small
looking at
little
you,
orphan
kid.
boy. Everyone's little slave on the set. That's me.
Yep. This was before child labor laws.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Child
Big
labor,
way.
human trafficking, we got it all.
Who's the monster again? Is it us? Are we here to? Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Carl Lemley Jr.
Cool.
This
Great.
this whole thing is just cutting satire about the Hollywood.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's
Pretend
keep
it's
that going.
Yeah.
And I will leave a spot here just in case I need to cut in any particular announcements because I have no idea when this is going to air.
Fair.
Excellent.
And we shall get into things. Welcome to Los Angeles of the 1930s. 1936, to be exact. It is the year after Bride of Frankenstein. The Universal monsters are more popular than ever. But did you know there's a lost movie out there? A monster movie no one knows about. One that something so horrid happened happened on set that a certain hid it in their archives. You may have heard rumors about House of the Vampire. I may have managed to get my hands on a copy of, but you got to keep this quiet between us, you know. So sit down and let's check out one of the best hidden secrets of the movie industry. The movie, it all begins during the summer of 1930. Things start to go. It is late at night, and filming has wrapped up. All you see are the lights, sort of the security lights, and as you watch janitors, other security guards walk around and do their jobs. And we see it. The camera seems to be put into an area where it seems to be looking down on a very specific, almost like there's a set of eyes keeping watch. And the janitor doesn't really just goes about his doesn't seem to. Then we watch as the camera sort of seems to jump down and sort of rush at the janitor and returns last minute. And unfortunately, it's too late to scream. Then we cut to the next morning when, let's see, who arrives on set first?
I mean, people doing things like makeup and that sort of thing. That's
Yeah.
Probably Tim Timson.
So it's all
living in their little
folks, isn't it?
doghouse.
Yeah, I imagine Tim Timson might like have a cupboard on set as
Yeah.
where he lives. So Tim
I don't
Timson's
think
probably
Tim Timson gets to leave.
no. Tim Timson's probably always knocking around in his
I mean, Fred will be the last to, at very least.
Yeah.
Of course. He's gonna be fashionably late.
So on a
I don't know.
spectrum
I
from
don't
Tim
think
to
I keep.
Fred.
I don't think I keep the staff waiting. I'm a nice guy.
Mm.
I wonder if the producer is maybe last.
Oh.
Maybe.
I like
Although
to
time
think
is
that
money.
I like to think the producer is always the last one there, but no one ever sees him arrive.
Yeah, it just is there.
Oh shit!
He's just suddenly there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
we will
loose.
we'll start things with you, Tim Timson.
Oh no. All right.
You it's early in the morning, and you know that things are going to start up in about an hour or so. This is not like an incredibly early call time. This is probably like you're probably at like an 8 or 9 a.m. call time, rather than 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So you get out of your cupboard wherever that is, and you're sort of starting to walk around set and get everything ready, and you see that one of the janitors has left out like his mop and bucket. Come on.
Tim will definitely go and tidy that up because he knows
Oh,
he'll
yeah.
get blamed, even though that's not his
Mhm.
job.
And as you're doing it, you're just like, oh man, like one of the person who does like all the special effects, they left all this fake blood here. I might as well clean it up too.
Oh my god. Well, game's over. Tim cleaned it up. So
I don't know. This is me. And I don't know whether this is relevant. One of my moves for the mundane is oops. I don't know whether that's the sort of thing that would come
Mm.
into play here.
Yeah, no, it totally could come into play. What exactly does
It just says if you want to stumble across something important, tell the keeper. You'll
Hmm.
find something important and useful, but not necessarily related to your immediate problems.
I'd say that blood is very much an oops. And I mean, you've seen like a bit of the the blood that they use for some of the more graphic scenes that more likely than not are going to get cut by the censors, but they just do them anyways. And
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't look like it looks a little bit lighter than that. So maybe someone like playing around with like a new formula for the.
Okay. Tim will get an old cloth and start to wipe it. Does it like lead anywhere, or is it just like a puddle?
It like leads and then it just sort of like disappears. It's like leads for like 5 feet and then it sort of like looks like whatever it is, like maybe there was something in the way or it got cleaned up.
Hey, yeah, I think Tim will just quietly clean it up and be like, "Oh, don't want to get into trouble. I'll just keep scrubbing before Mr. Passmore gets here."
And say like the gaffer would also probably get on set pretty early as well.
Well, I guess yeah. I sort of stumble in,
Mhm.
wearing a
See.
little cap and overalls, whistling away. Maybe not whistling. I can't whistle in real life. So how can I even
Yeah.
how can I act my character whistle? Just humming.
Yeah. No, while you're doing this, Tim is most definitely still cleaning up the blood.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Blackfriar, sir. Hello.
Tim.
Yes.
Did you get into the fake blood here?
No, sir. I just came out of the cupboard this morning and I think someone's made a mess, so I thought I'd clean it up. Looks a bit
Well, it's
strange,
just-
though, if I'm honest with you, sir.
Well, no. I mean, I remember, especially we're not filming that scene till today, so shouldn't really not be using any of that up yet, eh?
Sir, it wasn't me, sir. I didn't use it. I just woke
it's-
up and found it like this.
It's okay, Tim. It's just
Okay.
you should probably just maybe you get away from it, eh? Because I don't know. If it's all gone, well, everyone's gonna be pretty angry today, eh? I've already set up the special lights that pick up the blood, so
Right.
you
oh,
know,
no.
I just
okay.
I just prefer that you didn't waste it all. Is all.
Right. Well, I didn't know you'd be able to use it if it was already on the floor, but that's okay, sir. I'll leave it here and I'll go wash the blood off me ends.
Is there a possibility that I would recognize this being real blood?
I don't know. Let's just investigate a mystery. The first roll of the game.
let's do it.
I mean, yeah. Where's the canister? Where's the rest of it? How much is left? I mean, I'm not investigating a murder so much as the missing fake blood.
Missing fake blood.
So what do I do for that? I want to roll.
You're gonna roll plus sharp 2d6 and add your sharp.
Okie dokie.
I'm glad you thought to investigate because Tim did not.
Oh, so I'm just gonna
Like,
click
well-
this sharp button, yeah, and just go submit.
Ooh.
Yeah, you on a 12 on a 10 plus because the move advanced yet. You can hold two of the questions. The questions: what happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being those are the questions you can ask, and you can ask two of them.
So two of those. Okay. Well, I
Yes.
mean, I think I'm gonna ask what happened here and what kind of. I'm a pretty sharp guy. Okay.
Okay, right.
I mean, what happened here? Someone spilled. It could be real blood, could be fake blood. It's been here for several hours, so it has definitely coagulated, and it definitely looks like it could be fake blood. And it certainly smells like real blood. It's got that
Oh,
coppery about it.
Oh.
Uh,
that's
and what sort of creature is it? A bad one.
oh.
Nice.
I don't know if there would be enough there for you to realize what specific it is.
Ooh, well, this is not very good news, Tim.
What is it, sir?
Well, I don't think this is fake blood. And I think a very bad creature has gone and spilled it.
Oh my God. And Tim just starts like trying to wipe the blood off himself. But obviously it's blood, so it just spreads further into his clothes. Sir, I promise it wasn't me, sir. I don't know what happened.
Well, look, Tim, I'm pretty sure you're not a bad creature. Okay, I've got a pretty good sense when it comes to these things. I've got a lot of books on the occult and on the creatures that go bump in the night. And
Right.
I mean, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, son.
Okay. Sir, do we need to be worried about the janitor?
I think we need to be very worried about the janitor.
Okay.
I think more importantly, we need to be worried about ourselves and maybe just see if there's anybody else on set, because right now I would be a much happier if I had my guns in my hands and some people helping out.
I was like, this is the absolute perfect moment for, the producer and Fred Astaire to show up.
I say, what's sort of seems to be going on here, Fred? You all right there, Fred? Everything all right with you?
Well, Tim, my little man, you are you're very dirty today.
Good morning, Mr. Astaire. You look lovely, sir, as always.
Why, thank you. And I will run my finger along the edge of my and like put it at a jaunty angle. Just why are you so dirty? What happened to you? Is your cupboard got a leak in it again?
Oh no, sir. The cupboard's lovely. Well, you see, I noticed some mess this morning, and I thought I didn't want it to be here for your arrival, so I started to clean it. But Mr. Blackfriar here thinks there might have been an accident of sorts.
An accident, you say? Well, we can't be having accidents on the set now. That'll reflect badly upon the studio. Probably best that we push this under the rug. What?
I don't know that we have the luxury of that, Mr. Producer, sir. It's just that, well, I think that a very bad creature has got up a little spot of mischief in the night, and well, we don't rightly know that it won't come back. You see, sir.
You mean like troublemakers from MGM?
Oh, I mean, I wish.
Yeah, no, Henry, I don't think he means troublemakers from MGM. Look here, Trevor, is it, right? Trev? May I call you Trev?
Yeah, absolutely, Mr. Astaire. Trev is fine.
Trevor, what do you mean a bad creature? Have you seen something? What is amiss?
Well, it's not so much that I've seen something. It's just I don't know if you if any of you are familiar with this, but well, there is a darkness that lurks under the ordinary world that you and I normally walk through. Just sort of nasty things and
wow.
whatnot.
Usually people don't just come out with that in the middle of a conversation. We usually keep it hush hush, but I suppose now it's out in the air. Yes, I do know exactly what you mean.
Tim's eyes are so wide right now because he lives on the set and he knows nothing of this. So his eyes are just getting bigger and bigger as they talk super casually about this darkness.
Well, of course, it's terribly important that we win the correct awards, you see, as we have to do the right things.
Well, yep. Well, there's good news and bad news, I guess. I guess we haven't used up all the fake blood, so we can probably still shoot on schedule today if we just deal with this nasty first. You know.
Right. Well, let's put ourselves to work. I suppose this seems to be the right sort of thing to do. Now, come here, Tim, come here.
Yes,
And-
Mr. Passmore.
And Henry's just gonna get out a handkerchief and sort of just spit in it and start trying to clear away some of the blood, smudging it further.
Thank you, sir. Oh, thank you. Mr. Passmore, I feel like it might be good if we went and checked on Marcy.
Who's a Marcy? What?
She's the girl who sells the hot dogs, sir, at lunchtime. I feel like it's good to make sure she's okay.
Yes, the hot dog girl.
Hot dog girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, we should definitely check on hot dog girl. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If I was like a werewolf, for example, I would probably go straight to the hot dog stand. So yeah, two birds, one stone, really.
Oh, where what?
Oh, don't you worry yourself about all that, Tim. Would you like a lollipop?
Tim goes to say yes and then stops and looks at Mr. Passmore.
There's a slight nod.
Oh, I'd love one, Mr. Astaire. That's so kind of you. Thank you.
He somehow pulls one out of his, like, perfectly form-fitting cummerbund. You don't know how he had it tucked away in there, but he did.
It's a mystery.
I say, Henry, a word.
Yes, absolutely.
You see, I don't usually work on horror films. I'm meant to be recording Swing Time right now, actually, as it happens, and I'm doing you a big favor coming on your film set like this.
I know. I really do appreciate it, Mr. Astaire. I really do. Consider it a great personal favor. It's really one.
It's quite all right. I'm not sure horror is really my genre, but perhaps if there is a ghoulie or a ghost somewhere on this set, we could just film it in real time.
Do you think you could convince it to tap dance with you?
You know what? It's worth a go.
I think it's certainly worth looking into. Some sort of tap dance battle, perhaps.
Look, I'm not expecting it to be any ginger. She's a delight to dance with. But I could see what I could do. And he like does a little tap across the set, avoiding the puddle of blood. Though I would like to specify.
you tap dance around the puddle of blood.
Look at that. That's why we employ him, people. Look at that. Wonderful, wonderful. And he sort of just starts a round of applause.
Is that a charm or a cool?
I think it would be definitely an act under pressure, but you know.
I can roll an act under pressure too.
Sure, yeah. Let's roll an act under pressure.
It was a 10.
A 10. So you do exactly what you set out to do. You tap dance right around that blood.
I'd like to do I forgot what they're called. The fake falls. I do a fake fall and I catch myself, and it's very charming and funny.
Yes, just before hitting the puddle of blood.
Wow.
Oh, that's very good. That's really good.
You're so
maybe.
talented.
Truly impressive.
Well, thank you, all of you. I suppose we're meant to be checking on the hot dog girl.
What,
right,
sir?
yeah.
I've got my cart outside that I could drive us in.
Well, right you are, Tim. Let's get going.
Okay,
Here
well,
we go.
I'm just gonna pick up my monster slaying weapons and let's do that.
Well, you mean you weren't already equipped, man? Good grief.
You see, that's why we have you around, Trevor. You're simply one of the most efficient gaffers we've ever had. You don't take any flum from the extras. It's truly outstanding, really. Bravo.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Passmore. I'll do what I can. It's just the shotgun. You know, this is the one I just. It's a bit awkward to carry around when you're fixing lights, you know. And I'm just gonna get a giant shotgun, double barrel shotgun, and sort of ka-ching like Ash from Evil Dead onto my back. It just slots in there, and there's a strap on my overalls for it somehow.
But you know,
All this time, I thought you were just pleased to see me.
So yes, you leave the movie set and head over to the hot dog stand where the hot dog girl and maybe a certain reporter is fueling up for a very long day.
I think towards the start of the filming day, Francis has turned up with his crew. That is a driver, like a guy who drives the car to drop him off, and then a couple of others, and has like hopped the fence over. And I'm getting the morning gossip. I'm getting the tea from Marcy.
Yep.
We're trying to be assertive about this because this is not really what we're supposed to be doing.
Giving scoops like this to reporters is frowned upon.
This is a secret alliance that we have here. So,
and you know, I'm so stealthy. I only have one card in my hat that says press, and like and like a big old briefcase, and I only have one microphone in one hand and one notebook in the other. I'm completely stealth. It's all good.
Stealth.
And I'm just surly as usual, setting up the hot dog cart, grumbling, spilling some oil, sloshing things around. I'm making tracks. Don't blow your wig.
I'm noting down any kind of gossip, anything at all, the smallest thing. It's going in my notebook.
I mean, what kind of gossip might you have come across?
Well, I see Fred Astaire on the set. I see he's here. I told you he's filming something that's turning into another accent. Watch out. I seen him. He's here, and I've been watching it. He's here, and he's filming. And if you hang around the car, you'll probably eat hot dogs.
Oh, you know, this is why I come to you, Marcy. You always bring me the best kind of news.
Yeah, I mean he sends his guy to get the hot dogs, but sometimes he comes out on his hot stuff. You know, he can't get the grease on his glove, so he's got to get a boy to hold it for him. But you know what I mean?
He's always been that way. He always has.
Yes, yeah, and he's here. I told you, and he's never late. He comes early. Comes early, and it's been weird. It's been a lot of people been rustling around on the set. You know, I've been here.
Oh well, yeah. Well, I wouldn't know anything about that. But you know, rustling around on sets, you know. But yeah, you're good to me. So you give me all the best.
Yeah, anytime, you know, I always for you. I will.
And as this lovely conversation is going on, the other group will sidle on up to the hot dog stand.
Oh, and I'll like I turn my collar up and turn and face away.
Yep.
I'm just part of the set. I'm part of the crew.
Yep.
I'll take my hat
Part of
off.
the crew, part of the set. Part of the crew, part of the set.
In order for Tim to drive his golf cart effectively, he like straps on like pieces of wood to his feet so he
Mhm.
can reach the pedals
Oh yeah.
as he drives the little golf cart with everyone in it over to the hot dog stand.
Wow.
We have arrived, Mr. Passmore and guests.
Jolly good, Tim. Now you'll help yourself to a few licks of that lollipop that you've been so graciously gifted by Mr. Astaire now, won't you?
Oh, thank you, sir. I will, sir.
Yes, good boy. Here we are.
Right. So, hot dog girl.
And what is it, Trevor? You know I got a name, right? Oh, hot dog girl. Like this
Oh,
ain't
yeah.
a dog
Just-
water
just-
stand. This ain't a giggle juice shop. Hot dog.
Okay. Yeah, Macy. Look.
It's Marcy, sir.
Right. So, yeah, Marcy, sir.
Don't speak to your superiors like that, Tim.
Oh, it's just because Marcy's such a beautiful name, sir. I thought everyone should know.
Yeah, what he said.
Has there been anything strange sniffing around the hot dogs here? Like anything
Yeah, you lot.
unnatural?
What are y'all coming out here to my hot dog stand? This is what's weird. Look around. It's 10 in the morning. You here for a hot dog?
Well, I thought we could all come over here and indulge in the fine American tradition of having a hot dog on the morning of being in the set. You know, it's a wonderful tradition. And he sort of smiles, a very
Oh.
genuine smile that's dead behind the eye.
Subtly making sure I'm picking up everything on my little recorder like under my coat. I'm still here. I'm just facing away from you guys.
What's about here? You want a hot dog? You here for a hot dog? Come on, let's go. I got things to do. I gotta drain the juice. I gotta, there's oil and it's popping.
Oh,
Same.
with all respect to Mr. Passmore and to yourself, hot dog girl. I don't think now is the time for hot dogs. I think there's a beastie on the set.
Now's
That's
not the time for hot dogs. What are you talking about? There's a beast. Yeah, there's been a beast, Travis.
What on
Yeah,
earth
how's
is
that
happening?
taste? Kind of hot dog is that? There's been a beast here. I seen it.
Well, just describe it to us, hot dog girl.
Okay, well, I know about it.
Good. I can't wait to hear what you know.
Okay, well, and I said I seen it. Maybe I was drawing a yawn because, I didn't see it. but it took Velma. I know it did. I went out, I took the trash to the bins. Yeah, well, you're like more and more aggressive.
It's great.
Yeah, and she wasn't there. And I think it got her. And now I gotta get it. And I've been looking. I got my weapons, I got my tongs, I got my hot oil, my water, my hot dog water, ready. You lot just find out? Shame.
Henry has a look of genuine bemusement and bewilderment on his face, as though someone has just started speaking French to him.
I think at this point, Francis turns around dramatically with a swish of his coat, and I'll put my press hat back on, and show that I've been recording this whole time. I'll go, well, Mr. Passmore, how the papes gonna think when they find out you got a beast on your set? You got any words for me?
The finest beast in all of Hollywood is the acting talents of Hollywood legend and darling of the silver screen, Fred Astaire.
Yeah.
He's wonderful, and Francis.
Yes.
Welcome onto our
Yeah.
set, and I hope that you're having a wonderful time. I hope that you're
Oh.
safe. And,
Absolutely. I've just been getting the scoop here from Marcy.
Yeah, she means a hot dog. That's what y'all ought to be
Yeah,
doing here.
I've
You in
been
the
getting
line or not? Because you know what? Francis here been eating a hot dog like a paying customer. What's this about?
Mhm.
Do you scoop a hot dog? Is that what that is?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it's
do.
just it's what we
Well,
say. It's what we say.
yeah.
You know, when
What
you
we
know
say depends on how you want the hot dog. Tell them, Frank.
exactly. If
Jesus.
anyone knows anything about hot dogs, it's Mark.
Absolutely. Well, Trevor here seems to believe that there's some sort of beast that's been not using our fake blood, which is good because obviously that's in short supply. Now, Trevor, you were working on a theory, is that right?
Put my microphone right in your face, Trevor. You've got a microphone right up in your face.
Oh, well then, oh. Trevor would be sort of like,
Trevor.
yeah, kind of the blood sort of draining from his face as suddenly the attention is turned to him in a more
beast
performative
has
way than
gotten
he's
him.
used to.
Trevor, let me handle this. Francis, good to
Fred.
see you again.
I wish I could say the same, but I can't.
Fred just flashes you a dashing smile. He is unperturbed by your roots.
Francis returns one, but it is absolutely sarcastic.
You see, what everyone is trying to say here, Francis, my friend, we have the greatest creature feature Hollywood will have ever seen. We are
That's so.
featuring creatures like no other. None of these men, gaudy makeup, none of these cardboard cutouts. We have a whole new type of monster, and we're just raring to film it, and we could use your help because this creature, although it's a paying member of the cast, he likes to slink off and hide behind corners, much like yourself. Perhaps you could offer us a hand in getting him on set today.
Oh, well, I never would have guessed that the star of stage and screen, Fred Astaire, would be asking for the help of a lowly reporter like myself.
Stop selling yourself so short. You're a great reporter. All of that stuff you put about me in the gossip rags, it gives me a good laugh down at the country club every weekend.
There's a vein popping out of the side of Francis's temple. Yeah, sure. Well, I'll say maybe I will help you. What's in it for me? What's in it for my paper?
Maybe the best story you've ever written there, Francis.
Well, that's one hell of a promise. I've written some good fucking stories in my Oh, and then I looked to Tim. I'm sorry. I should not be using that language.
Tim is glaring at you because Tim doesn't like that you're rude to Fred, so Tim is just glaring at you from the car.
Well, that's one mighty fine price there, old Freddy. Perhaps I will take you up on this offer if you're having a beastie problem, little bit of a slippery sucker. Maybe I can lend my expertise, and I'll like pat my suspiciously large briefcase.
Well, thank you, Francis, and don't call me Freddy.
Whatever you say, Freddy.
And should it all go absolutely wrong, it'd be good to have someone here recording everything that happens as it goes along for insurance purposes. You understand?
Oh,
we don't
of course.
Of course.
Absolutely.
And I can trust your journalistic integrity, Francis.
Yeah, my journalistic integrity. Yeah. You can for sure trust that I have that.
Henry's eyes glow like a very dull orange. Righto. So, hot dog girl, hot dog me.
Yeah, well, you got the cabbage? Let's see it.
I'll cover this one. Don't you worry, Henry. And I'll lay down whatever the price of a hot dog was in the 1930s.
0.1 cent.
Yeah, it's probably like a nickel.
2 hot dogs for a nickel.
Everybody gets a hot dog for a nickel. Wow, a whole nickel. Wow, I haven't had to say that word in a long time. Wow. Well, yeah, I guess hot dogs for everybody. What do you want? We got toppings. We got I mean, like, I don't want to curve the mood here, but like, are we hunting or what? Take your dogs. We got something to do. All right, dogs have been distributed.
Dogs have been distributed, like however people like want them, or what kind of toppings.
They're not. You didn't get to choose.
Yeah. All just basic.
There's
no
like
salt
a
or
couple
anything
of them
in there?
are a little different, you know. There's like a crusty little ketchup thing that you yourself. One of them's got like coleslaw on it.
What,
Just
coleslaw
one?
out of one of those industrial squeeze fats?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Out of like a box, like a gross little box.
The
Scooped with
scariest
a
thing
nice
about
biscuit.
this.
It wasn't refrigerated, so like don't, you know.
Yeah, you probably don't want to eat that.
It's
It's
fun. It's
sauerkraut,
not real
though.
mayonnaise, is it? Back in the 30s.
I have
It's
no idea.
probably lasts pretty well
It's
out
probably
in the
actually
elements.
sauerkraut or something because
Oh.
Oh.
like
Tim wholeheartedly trusts Marcy and her hot dog judgment.
Probably a mistake.
hot dog
Yeah.
magic.
Okay, Mr. Passmore, I'm happy to drive wherever we need to go.
Right, jolly good. I think it's best if we all pile into Tim's little old wagon here. Let's all mosey on down. And every time he uses a phrase like that, there's very implicit quote marks around it. I think it's time we all mosey on down to the scene of the crime.
So you all
Um,
somehow.
Before we
Mhm.
leave the hot dog scene,
Yeah.
I want to take the ketchup bottle with me. And I'm movie star Fred Astaire, so I don't know if Hot Dog Girl is going to stop me. But I'm foreseeing, with my knowledge of dramatics and having been on the stage and screen for so long, perhaps we're going to need some fake blood at some point. And ketchup might just fill that
Ah.
role.
That's true.
Hot
I mean,
dog
it,
girl's
Smart.
gonna kind of eye it, like, yeah, all right, this time. Fred. Responsible for that bottle, you know.
It's
Would
like-
you like me to
it's
get
like-
that put on ice for you, Mr. Astaire?
Yeah, actually, let's put it in a champagne bucket.
You just get a champagne bucket, fill it with ice, and just stick a bottle of ketchup in there. And it's like those like nice glass bottles, probably.
Yeah,
that's all they
because
had.
plastic wasn't even a thing.
Yeah, no plastic. Was,
You're lucky it's glass, but if it wasn't glass, it'd probably be something gross like a cheesecloth bag of ketchup. Or yeah,
that wouldn't even keep
Yeah.
ketchup in it.
I mean,
don't know.
I imagine it would have been in a jar with like a knife to spread it. or something.
bladder.
Oh yeah, a lovely
ketchup.
bladder of ketchup.
A bladder of ketchup, probably from an animal. But
Oh yeah.
hot dog
Dark
girl's
Ages.
gonna like close up a couple doors in her cart, and there's a bike attached to it, and that's how she's cart.
Cool. Yeah. You all head back to sets, and things are starting to like get moving. More people have started to arrive, like other movie stars, and other people just on the set, like the cameraman. Everybody's sort of like looking at the blood stain a little weird because you never finished cleaning it up.
Back to work, everyone. Carry on. So the divine has a move called soothe.
Mhm.
When you talk to someone for a few seconds in a quiet voice, you can calm them down, blocking any panic, anger, or negative emotion. I like to think that, given the opportunity, Henry would sort of just take everyone fixating on the blood for a minute and go, "All right, it's just a thing we're trying out at the moment. You carry on with your job. You're doing a wonderful job. You're my favorite insert role here."
You do that, and like anybody who seems a little bit like weirded out by the blood, he just sort of like eventually like ignores it, gets back.
It's all good now.
More, I'm not sure how to clean up the blood because it doesn't clean up like the fake blood, so I'm not sure how to clean it.
Hot dog girl, I believe you know your way around the fluids.
Some blood. I see some blood before. In my line of work, see a lot of blood, a lot of gore. I got a kit. For doing it on yourself.
Oh yeah.
When you gotta.
If it's on your
if
clothes,
anybody-
white vinegar. White vinegar's a good one. I normally just leave it on the floor. It's it's less of a problem.
You just paint over it.
Floor sign out, sir, on the floor. Yeah, Tim will just go and grab like a wet floor sign from somewhere and just like pop it next to the puddle.
Yep.
Yeah, well, looks like that's good enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
that will just get sticky real soon, eh? And then yeah, we can just sort of chip it off. Like
Peel it
get
up.
a-
Peel it up.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
hot
yeah.
dog water.
Yeah, hot dog girl knows.
Okay, I do think it's important also to mention we've still not found the janitor.
Ah, yes, of course. That's why the mess hasn't been cleaned up.
You got a missing memory, Mr.
Interesting.
And I'll write it down
Yeah,
very
Francis,
deliberately.
write that down. Write that down, Francis.
right, I got it.
I told you.
He's taken a temporary leave of absence. He is unaccounted for. That doesn't mean that he's missing. It just means that he's not here, and
Of
that's what we
course.
do know.
Of
Mm.
course.
Apparently, I'm parodying.
Boris Johnson is a film
Yeah,
producer.
Apparently, I don't know. I seem to be turned the line between Boris Johnson and a himbo.
Mhm.
I don't know why.
A little bit more himbo.
A little bit
Not
more
mix
himbo.
'em. Don't
Well,
mix 'em.
I could always go
Mm.
and check the janitor's closet, sir, and see if he's there.
Ah, excellent idea, too. He sort of pats him on the back and scoots him off.
I just assume the janitor must have his own closet full of stuff. So yeah, Tim will
Yeah.
go and do some recon.
Cool. As you go
Oh
off
my
and do this,
God.
I was like, I haven't described what the set looks like. The set is like set up to be like this sort of spooky gothic castle because it's the house of a vampire. Yep. So it's Tim as you walk through like the various different parts of the set to find the janitor's closet. There's some people who are working on different parts of the set. There is because they're shooting in the vampire's lair. That is
Mhm.
so there's people in that set like setting up cameras, everything, and so you eventually find your way to the janitor's closet and open it up, and there seems to be a lot of cleaning supplies, but no janitor.
Okay. Is it possible to do some kind of investigate to see like if he is if like his stuff is still here, implying he never went home or anything?
Let's read a bad situation. So that's a plus sharp.
Tim is not so sharp, but we'll go. That is a 7.
A 7, so you can hold 1. What is the best way in? What is the best way out? Any dangers we haven't noticed? Biggest threat? Most me. Best way to protect the victim.
Ooh. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? The best question.
Yes. This isn't the first member of the crew to go missing. This is the first one anyone's really talking about. Like most of the time, it's just like extras who just don't come back the next day, or
Mhm.
oh, what happened to that lighting guy? I don't know. I think he got drafted.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, it's the right era.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's like I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe he got it. Maybe he went off to the war. Who knows?
That
He was
works.
here one day and just gone the next.
Uh,
But as you're doing this, sort of like you're sort of like in the hallway behind set. You hear noises further down the hallway, and it sounds like somebody like saying your name very softly, like Tim.
I mean, he's a runner. He responds when he's called. So I will I will run
Oh,
towards the
no.
sound. I will also say I have a move of what could go wrong. I don't know what's going to happen, but that is a thing I have, so
Yep.
you're aware.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know what could go wrong. Because I mean, you're rushing into danger without hedging your bets, so you can do
That
that.
sounds like
Honestly,
what could go wrong to
From
me.
being a runner, as soon as you hear like your name, it's just like I go, I
Yeah.
find.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And so you just start moving down the hallway, and like every time you try to get closer to the voice, it sounds further away.
Oh no! Hello, I'm coming as fast as I can. It feels like you're moving away from me.
And
he's
it's
just
yeah. And it's like maybe the electrical like hasn't really been like tended to very well back here, because like the further you go, like the dimmer things get.
Oh, Mr. Blackfriar won't like this. I'll have to tell him later.
And eventually you come to the steps leading down to what would probably be the sort of where costumes and props are held.
So he'll just yell down the stairs and be like, "Hello,
Hello.
did you call me?"
Yes, I need your help with something.
Oh, okay. And Tim goes down the stairs.
Bye, Tim.
Yeah, bye, Tim.
I will say, Tim is armed. He's ready. Not that he knows it. He's just got his normal kit on him.
And as you move down into this sort of like costume prop area, there are no lights.
Would you like me to turn the light on for you?
You don't hear a response.
Would I be able to turn the lights on? Do I know where like the switch is?
Yeah, let's act under pressure.
Oh, okay. That means oh yeah, this is
you
cool.
roll plus cool.
Okay, that is a 9.
9.
Oh
So
no.
as you know where the light switch is, so you reach over and you turn it on, but it's like the older bulbs and stuff, and so like it gets really really bright for a second, and then the light just sort of pop, and then there's a bit of like shattering glass as the bulb explodes.
Don't worry, I'll replace that.
And it goes back to darkness.
What is it that I can help you with? Come closer to where I can't see you.
And as you're sort of like eyes are slowly adjusting to the dark, there's what looks to be in a white dress.
Would I be able to look at them and see if I recognize it as like an actor or part of the crew?
Yeah, yeah, I'd say you're here enough that oh yeah, that was that it was that extra that like sort of the woman who was in that tavern scene the other week.
Ooh.
She was very nice to you.
Oh, it's Nancy from the tavern scene. I'm sorry, Nancy, I couldn't see you in the dark. And Tim will go towards Nancy.
And you just hear, come closer.
He goes closer. So sorry, everyone.
No, I'm used to playing the mundane. I know. I'm just like, it's like everyone's like, why do you run into danger? I'm like, because I'm the mundane, and all of my moves give me bonuses to do it.
Yeah, and it's also like, I don't know any better.
Yep.
Well, it gives everyone else experience if they get to save you anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like eventually you get you get closer, and you're maybe like a couple feet away now, and she's just going to be like, you smell so good. And I'm gonna need you to, I mean, act under pressure as suddenly she's gonna.
So I'm rolling an act under pressure.
Yep.
Oh Lord. That is an 8.
An 8. So yes, you are going to suffer a little bit of harm. So you're going to suffer 1 harm as like the claws like rake along your like your arm, and you start to bleed a little bit. But you do manage to jerk back slightly enough that she doesn't grab a hold of you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Nancy, that really hurt.
I need it. Give me your blood.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm allowed to do that. I'm going to have to go check with Mr. Passmore. And Tim's going to run away.
Run. Give me 1 more act under pressure to make sure.
Oh, that's better. That's a 10.
It's a 10. Like, you're small, and she's adult sized, so she has to like try. You can just cut through a lot of these like costume racks. I mean, you're ruining the costumes as you're going along, but you know you're cutting through them. You take the most direct route to the stairs.
Yeah.
Where she has to kind of like pick her way around. So yes, you're up the stairs and running down the hall. And so everyone else, like, it's been a few minutes. You sent the janitor check out the janitor's closet, and he hasn't come back yet.
Isn't it awfully quiet?
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to have regrets as to whether or not we should have sent the small child on his own when there's a beast about.
I would like to reach into my. I'm gonna pop open my briefcase. I'm gonna open my brief on the floor, and you see, as Francis opens his briefcase, it's full of like a weird mixture of things that should not be in the same briefcase. They just don't make sense to be together. Like, there's more of the press books, and there's like some spare notebooks and pencils, and there's also like a Ouija board and like some wiring, and I'm gonna pull out like this big hunk of like metal or something with his wires and like blinking, and it is my electromagnetic field detector. And I want to see if I can pick up anything as strange that should not be here, as I'm gonna scan around for any anomalies in the area.
Let's read a bad situation with that thing.
I can do
and
that.
Because you're using a specific tool that might help you do that, I will give you +1 forward for that.
Oh, very nice. That is situation. What do I add to read about? Is it sharp?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a 7 then.
7, so you can hold 1.
Say, what sort of creature is? If I'm scanning about, I'll see if I can pick up anything anomalous.
Anomalous? There's definitely something going on. I'd say you've spent enough time, like maybe encountered enough weirdness to go a vampire.
I'll kind of look back to the others with this. Yes, there definitely seems to be something that should not be happening. So we're talking. We've seen a lot of blood, right? And you're doing a film about vampires. You ever maybe considered that what you're dealing with might be a potentially real life, in the flesh and blood vampire?
At this point, I realized there was something I was meant to do at the start of the mystery. I feel like as Francis says the word vampire, I could maybe do it now if it.
I mean, now works.
But I have my Destiny's Plaything move, which is where I roll plus weird at the start of a mystery, and I get to see a detail of the immediate future if I succeed at that roll. Or if I get a miss on that, it means something bad is going to happen to me. Either way, we find out.
Yeah.
That is fun.
I got a 6.
Something
bad is going to happen.
Oh no!
Yeah, a 6. So you do mark experience. But yeah, no. you just sort of get like the feeling, that something bad is going to happen. You don't see anything in particular. You don't get like flashes or anything, but you just sort of get that unsettling feeling.
But on the word vampires, like less than a second after, Trevor has retrieved a wooden stake from the front pocket.
I was just like, do you just like there's a mop over there? You just break off part of the mop. Like, I'm ready.
Man who prepared. Like to see.
Oh, always got to be prepared. When dealing with creatures of the night, they don't really stop for anybody. So, yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, I never really did get a look at your resume, did I? Oh well. Yeah, and Henry's just gonna sort of give his golf club a cursory swing, just to make sure that it's still working, still tuned.
I'm rather fond of that little Tim Timpson. He's quite a good sport. I don't suppose if there is a vampire, and like his little tap shoes nervously tap as he says vampire because he's getting this weird feeling about vampires. I don't fancy leaving Tim alone with the creature. I suppose we should maybe go and have a look for him. I mean, the set waits for me to be ready, and I'm just simply not ready yet.
As you wish, Mr. Astaire. I think it's best then that we go find young Timothy T. Timpson.
Just keep adding more T's to his name.
Timothy T. Timpson, Tesquire.
So yeah,
Lovely
also,
keeper.
Mhm.
Sorry, can I just check? This is because I forget things. With my what could go wrong, one of the things I can do is reduce someone's harm suffered by one. Can I reduce my own harm
you
for
can
the
reduce your
situation
own
I just
harm.
ran into? I
Yeah.
can. Cool. I will.
Yeah,
then
you still
get rid of
bleed,
that.
but it's like a superficial wound.
Yeah, it's more
It's
dramatic
not like
than.
it's not enough to like actually harm you, but it's like the time like
Yeah.
where you scrape your arm and you're like, wow, why is this bleeding so much? It doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect. I just want to check I could do that. Cool. Thank
Yeah,
you.
no, you can just that. And would you be screaming for help or just running?
I imagine he's just running. I don't think he still realizes that was like a monster. He just thinks one of the extras is being weird.
Yeah.
Probably
you're-
happened to him a lot.
Yeah, probably he gets, kind of smacked and kicked away and
Wow, well put.
yeah.
So, you're all headed towards the janitor's closet, where you sent the poor Victorian orphan boy. And again, you get there, but the door is like open, and you see that the janitor was still there. His body's not there or anything, but like his stuff is there.
Henry, you should really see about getting better staff on this set. I mean, your janitors can't just not come into work because they don't feel like it.
Yes, that's an excellent point. Hollywood superstar Fred Astaire. I shall make it. Tim, take a. Oh. So, thoughts, anyone?
I'll keep scanning around with like my field detector to see if I can pick up any weird energies in this room, I suppose.
Not in this room, but like it's definitely every time you like aim it further down the hallway, it starts to beep a little loud.
There be something down this way, and I'll take a few tentative steps forward because Mr. Francis Kelly is not a very tough individual.
Right
He is
then.
very so.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna just quickly, and I'm just gonna
Yeah.
load the shot.
And it's a hot dog suit with a face hole. And there's also like a pouch like slung around it. She's got her giant oversized hot dog fork, and like a container.
The mystery.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
gonna work well against vampires, really. I mean, they can't suck blood out of foam.
Yeah, good luck getting to my neck.
This is true. It's a very costume. And you all start moving down the hallway, and I'd say probably about halfway down the hallway, you just sort of like, because it gets really dark. You just sort of see Tim run out of the darkness.
Tim just goes, "I'm sorry, please don't shoot me, Mr. Blackfriar. I'm sorry."
Oh, Timothy. Good boy. Just get behind us here. We're hunting vampires. Nothing to worry about though. I've got a stake, so it should
sorry.
be okay.
I need to talk, Mr. Passmore. Hello, Mr. Passmore, sir. Do you remember Nancy,
Hello,
sir?
Now, Tim, calm down, Tim. Tim,
No,
you're with me?
sir. Do you remember
Tim,
Nancy?
Tim, I do remember Nancy. Yes,
Nancy,
lovely girl.
right.
She's gone on holiday, hasn't she? She's gone on her vacations.
Well, no, sir. She's back. She's in the costume place. And she said I smelt nice, and then she scratched me. Look here at my arm. And she said she
oh.
wanted some blood, but I don't know if that's something that I'm permitted to give, sir. So I thought I should check. Tim's eyes are just full of innocence. Like,
You've done a good thing here, Tim. Well done for coming straight to me. And Henry's just going to sort of inspect Tim's boo-boo. I would like to use my lay on hands to heal his boo-boo. I know it's not like an actual boo-boo, but
yeah, no, I mean, you do whatever you do. Maybe you like wipe all the blood off with a handkerchief, and then magically the scrape is like.
yeah, exactly.
thank you, sir.
Right. So you say Nancy's in there, is she?
Yes, sir. But she seemed a bit strange, and Mr. Blackfriar, I don't know what's happened, but none of the lights are working down this end.
Oh well, that's a problem that I can probably solve for everyone. Lighting is my speciality after all. Okay.
I did try the switch, but the bulb blew up, so there might be some glass on the floor as well.
Oh, that's fine, Tim. We've always got spares. It's just well, does someone else want to take this gun then? Because if vampires trying to bite my neck while I'm changing the light bulbs, I would really like someone to shoot it.
Girl's gonna walk right up.
Oh, hot dog girl, yeah. You're looking pretty tough today.
Yeah, I can hold that for you, Trev.
Okay, well, yeah. You just, if anything unnatural comes lunging out of the darkness, I just want you to shoot it. Okay?
Yeah. I see Nix. Yeah, got it.
Just be careful not to hit Nancy, though.
Yeah, I'll be careful to hit Nancy.
Not to hit
Okay,
Nancy.
Well, do I need to act under pressure or something to try and get the lights back up?
Yes, I was going to say that if you want to try to get the lights back up, you're going to need to act under pressure.
Well, I guess I'm just going to sort of stumble ahead into the darkness, sort of trying to grab a step ladder from where I expect it to be, and spare lighting equipment and so on. I imagine I've stowed spare lights anywhere where lights might be needed because they're always blowing up on this this dodgy overloaded circuit board.
Oh yeah, no, especially when you got all those movie lights on and
yeah, common problem.
So just the cool roll.
We are looking at a 5.
Well, you mark experience is you as such walk into the darkness, sort of like feeling about, and then suddenly you're like your hands like land on what it feels to be someone's shoulders.
Oh, that's is that you, Nancy?
Yes. And then if you could act under pressure one more time to avoid the vampire in the room.
Alrighty. Did I click it properly?
Check.
There we go.
So it's a mixed success. So so as you sort of try to like move back or do whatever you're attempting to do to get away from the vampire, it's essentially is since you're still holding the stake, correct? So you can either continue to hold on to the stake and take some harm, or drop the stake and take no harm.
Well, I'm not one to lose my opportunity to slay a creature of the undead persuasion. So I'll definitely hold on to the stake and take the harm.
Yeah. And so as you're doing this, like her claws sort of latch onto your arm, and the arm that's holding the stake, and you definitely feel them bite into your skin, and the blood sort of start to seep. And that will be 2 harm. But if you have armor, that will reduce it. I don't remember.
I do not have armor.
I could not remember who has armor. So yes, you will take 2 harm.
Oh, that's not good.
And you all hear this and sort of see it's a little dark, so you don't see exactly, but you definitely see it looks like Trevor is fighting with someone.
Hot dog girl, you got to get in here and shoot this thing.
Oh yeah, Trevor, yeah. Oh, Trevor, yeah. You okay in there? Nuts. Oh, God, nuts. Hot dog. Nuts. That's all I can think about. Wait. Anyway, yeah. Hot dog girl's gonna just launch into the dark and kick some ass.
Kick some ass, roll plus tough.
I'm kicking some ass, and let's see. Whoa!
Oh,
advanced
it's a 12.
Yep.
I'm launching
Nice.
that oversized hot dog fork, which is the homebrew for my.
Okay, so on a 10 plus, you choose 1 extra effect. You gain the advantage. Take +1 forward or give +1 for another hunter. You inflict terrible harm, +1 harm. You suffer less harm, or you force them where you
Force.
Force them where you want them. Where do you want
Yeah.
them to? Like, how do you want to force them in? Like, you could be like, I want to pin them to the ground or something.
That's exactly it. I want to
Mhm.
pin that vampire to the floor with oversized hot dog.
Cool. How much harm does it do?
Well, it says 3.
3. So it deals 3 harm. And what are the other tags that go to silver weapon?
It just 3 harm, hand, messy, heavy.
Cool. I was making sure it didn't have either the magic or silver tag.
Oh, because that would probably be.
Those are the ones that like things are usually. So yes, you rush in with your oversized hot dog fork, and Trevor, you just watch as Marcy just pins this like essentially it goes right through the vampire, like the shoulder or something, and pins them right to the ground.
Don't suppose I could take this opportunity to just come in with a mallet and stake and try and finish the thing off.
Yeah, roll 2, kick some ass, and yeah, actually, no, you did really well. So you don't take harm from that because
She done pinned it.
yep, done pinned it. You did really well.
Pinned it.
I'm not super tough, but hey, let's.
Oh, no.
Okay, well, I despite them
Buddy.
being pinned down, I somehow miss entirely. I
She-
assume
Oh,
staking it.
she's flailing about. She's not staying still. And at one point, just sort of like a hand just gets you in the face. It sort of backhands you, and you take 1 harm.
Oh,
Look, Trevor, dear boy, come here. Get away from the flailing thing. Come on, come here. Look, now. You see, the problem is, Trevor, you. Oh dear me. And he's just going to sort of take out a tiny sewing kit and start like stitching his wounds. I would like to do my lay on hands thing. I
Yeah.
roll plus cool to do healing.
Yeah.
Paladin's gonna paladin.
Hey.
Producer's got a paladin.
Exactly. And producer without a gaffer is no good at all. That is nice. That's 12 plus 3, 15. So that's
It seems
just-
is
that's-
literally the highest you can roll.
Yeah.
Your things will tell
What?
you how much you
Yeah.
can heal.
yeah. That's so I heal 2 harm or an illness, and he is stabilized.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
that's
you
nice.
heal his cold.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Passmore. That's confusingly effective.
Well, can't have you leaving more blood all over my set now, can I?
What's happening down there? Is Nancy all right?
Nancy?
You just hear like a loud hissing noise.
Trevor, perhaps you should leave this. You see, and I tip my hat to one side. I start tapping forwards with my cane, and in rhythm to my beautiful tap dance,
Yep.
I'm going to make a big entrance to the dangerous situation by explaining, for millennia, the greatest performers the world has ever known have been trained in a secret cabal of monster hunters. Sure, I can tap dance and spin a good show tune, but the silver screen stars are the front lines against the monster aggressors, trained in song, dance, and monster slaying from birth. And I'm trying to use my big entrance ability, so when I make a showy entrance into a dangerous situation, I roll plus. On a 10 plus, everyone stops to watch and listen to me. On a 7 to 9, one creature stops to watch and listen until I finish talking. And on a miss, I'm marked as the biggest threat by all enemies present. I don't know what my aim is here. Maybe if it's looking at me, it won't look at Hot Dog Girl and she gets another chance at giving it a stab. Or maybe it won't notice if I try to stab it. I'm not sure. I'll see what shakes out, I guess.
Yes.
Feeling it.
I got a 12.
A 12?
Hey.
Yeah. So everyone perks up and takes notice of you.
Well, I knew there was a reason I was drawn to this industry.
There he is. That's why we pay him the big bucks.
Francis-
Darling of Hollywood.
Francis looks horrifically jealous. Francis is so jealous right now.
And out from my cane, I draw a silver sword.
Ooh.
And I would like to try and attack the creature, but I'm aware I've done 2 moves in a row, and I know that's not necessarily a huge problem in Monster of the Week, but I don't want to be greedy, so I'm
No,
happy to.
you're good because I mean I feel like those work very well. Like your
Yeah,
big
you gotta
entrance
top
like
that
leads
off.
your big entrance leads into pulling out the sword and attack.
Yeah, and I would like to, with a click and another like fake fall where I tumble into a forward roll, try and roll
Yep.
forwards and stab my silver sword into its heart while Hot Dog Girl pins it.
Go roll.
Is it kick some ass?
Yep, kick some ass.
Nice. I rolled like absolute dirt, everyone. I got a 5.
But so yeah, no, this is the bad thing that was gonna happen to you. You are so practiced in this. You were like, I'm gonna do this, and yet again, she's flailing. No one is really like trying to just keep her down. She's flailing, and you just miscalculate and as you're rolling, it's just yet again, it's just like an uppercut to your chin, and you'll take 2 harm, and be you'll have sort of like a -1 to your next move as you're slightly dazed.
I have 2 armor because.
Uh,
So does that mean my forward roll was just effective enough to just miss?
It's
taking
essentially
the harm?
you absorb the armor, but you will still get the -1 for being slightly
Yeah,
dazed.
I will absolutely take the minor. That's fine by me.
Yeah. And you managed to like slice her a little bit, but it's like it's doing some damage, but it's not enough to kill. Yeah.
Okay.
I think,
Is still on the. Is she still pinned on the ground? Sorry.
Yes, currently she's still pinned.
Righto. Tim, you remember me teaching you how to play golf, don't you? Is Tim here? Tim?
Hello,
Hi.
sir.
Yes. Tim,
He's
this
just
is how you
literally
do.
doing the tap steps, watching Fred kind of to himself.
Aww.
Tim, this is how you do a golf swing. And Henry's going to go sort of. Well, this is. Oh well. He's going to kind of stand above her head where possible and sort of try and line up a golf swing with his
Go for it.
with his quote unquote thunder club. So here we go. That's 9 + 3, which is a 12.
At 12.
Good
So
job.
yeah, you
That's
get to
3 harm,
yep.
hand, stun, and holy.
And holy. So yeah, you can also because you rolled a 10 or above, you can gain the advantage, take +1 forward to get plus another hunter. You can inflict terrible harm. You can suffer less harm, or you can force them with them. They're already on the ground, so it depends.
I would like to inflict terrible harm.
So that's a +1 harm.
Ooh.
And yeah, you wind up and give it the good golf swing. I don't know what that's called. I don't know if that's a specific name. It's a golf.
A swing good, many swing.
Swing good. You swing good. And there is, if this was a normal person, you probably would have like caved in the side of her head. You do a lot of damage. And it is enough to incapacitate. And you see where the golf club hit the head. It's just sort of like a giant burn mark across her face.
Oh.
So Tim will be like, I promise, Mr. Passmore, I have been practicing, sir. And he's going to do a swing, but he doesn't have a golf club. The only thing he has that's similar is his fire axe that he uses for health and safety.
Yes.
So he's just gonna and he genuinely is just trying to show Mr. Passmore his swing. He doesn't necessarily think I'm gonna attack this thing, but
Yep. Roll
Sweet
to
Tim.
kick some butt.
and I'm not tough at all.
And I will give you a +1 because it is incapacitated.
Oh, amazing. Then that +1 makes it a 10.
A 10. How does Tim Timson destroy this vampire?
I imagine he's literally just copying like the swing, trying to show Mr. Passmore that he's really been practicing. So I imagine that he swings with the axe and just like takes her head off because he's kind of just swinging in the same place.
Yep.
So yeah, he does
you
that.
do that. You go right through the neck. There is blood as you sever the head from the body.
He looks down and starts to scream because he hadn't really assessed what he was doing.
No, that's good, Tim. Taking the head off is that's a very good first step. We might want to take the heart out and burn that as well. But I think this problem is solved and we can get back to filming.
Henry's just going to stroke Tim's hair and say, "There we are. He's a good boy, Tim. We'll make a fine producer of you yet, Tim."
The hyperventilating slows slightly.
Yeah.
Get the young boy a whiskey. That'll calm his nerves.
Capital idea. Capital idea.
I would like, if you would like, Henry, for us to just stride off. Like, it's dead. We don't need to thank anyone. Let's just go.
Do we just leave her body here, sir? That seems insensitive.
Hot dog girl. I don't know what goes into a hot dog.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I
Where's
feel
my
like my
whatnot?
brain went there a bit quicker than everyone else's.
I think we were all hoping for it not to be that.
Yeah, well, you know what? I mean, yeah, there's some recipes, but I got the means. I got the means in my cart to deal with this. So, anybody want to drag it out with me, or
Hang on a moment. Francis,
Yes.
what did you see?
Um,
Did you see this young orphan boy remove the head of an extra, or did you see something else happen, Francis?
You see, and Francis kind of leans against the wall and crosses his arms and looks with a growingly smug smile at Fred and at Henry and goes, "Well, I guess what I see depends on what you're willing to offer me." He just kind of looks at his nails.
I know you didn't mean that to sound seductive.
Genuinely, he's asking for you to bribe him.
Yes.
Yeah.
but I mean, whatever's
But I
on
mean,
the table.
I mean, we've got this head that we're not using.
Would make
Oh.
a fine drinking vessel, I'm sure.
Oh no, I wouldn't recommend drinking anything that's got vampire blood in it. Really, just
No.
not very sanitary, spiritually speaking. And well, I think that we'd be better off avoiding demonic possessions wherever possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's why
so
we
that
pay you
that
the mediocre bucks.
that means no dogs from this, yeah.
Oh, that's 100% my opinion on the matter, Hot Dog Girl. Yes, I'm happy to help you dispose of the body in a more sanitary fashion. Though I do have an incinerator in my workshop.
Look,
Yeah, all right.
Mr. Passmore, Mr. Astaire, I am more than willing to let this fall under the journalistic rug, as it were. I don't have to be here. I was never here. I was up interviewing some of your other castmates. But this could be a wonderful story. My editor would love something like this. Would pay me big bucks for it. And I wonder what kind of things would come my way if I were to reveal exactly what goes on the sets of Henry Passmore.
I tell you what, Franz. Did you say you used to know Fred from your old dance school? You used to dance together, is that right?
Kind of grits his teeth and looks at Fred with a very forced smile. Like, yeah, we were in the same school together as kids.
I remember. I remember quite good until you broke your old ankle there.
No, I remember I was quite good until you broke my old ankle there, Fred.
Now, you see, I know a thing or two about getting a performer to be just right to get on stage there. Perhaps we could come to some sort of contractual agreement. You know, you could be in the next. You could be the next big thing. You could be a star. I can make you a star, boy. A star. For your silence.
We are now missing some extras.
We are.
I mean,
That's an excellent point,
there's
Tim.
also a move that
There is.
that it involves that if you want to try
You can
to
manipulate me.
roll a
yes.
plus charm.
Cool. I'll do that.
How charming are
Sadly,
you, Henry?
I'm actually -1 charming. I'm just very
God.
cool.
Oh, honey.
Can I roll a help action on your cool?
Yeah,
Because
yes,
I was
you-
also going to offer the same thing.
Nice.
Yep. Roll a whoever's going to do the main persuasion, roll the plus charm to manipulate, and whoever is going to back them up and support them, roll plus cool to help out.
I mean, I feel like Henry's the one that's got to offer the contract.
This
Yeah. Yeah, I'll offer you the help, Henry.
Yeah.
Ugh, I only got a 9, so I'm going to expose myself to trouble or danger.
He's going to get your part.
But you do get the +1
I get a plus
when
one.
you'll
Lovely.
manipulate someone.
So that's now a flat roll. Lovely. Here we go. Narrative rolling. Ooh, dear me, that's snake eyes, boys.
You have. I will say you can use luck if you
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use. I'm gonna use a luck.
mark some luck.
Oh,
I'm gonna mark a luck. That makes it a success, right?
Yep.
yeah,
that
it makes
will-
it a 12.
Thank goodness.
Ooh.
Golly gee.
Golly.
I just have a mechanics question for you, Aubrey.
Mhm.
Does that remove my -1 now? Am I undazed, or does my -1 stick around for a while?
It is to the end of the scene. We're pretty much at the scene. so
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Nice.
I guess Henry will look over at Francis will look over at Henry and say, "Now, I won't do a comedy."
You've got the chops of a very serious. I'm thinking of a dramatic tap dance, something wonderful, poignant.
flip my notebook and I'll slide it back in my coat, and I'll hold my hand out to Henry Passmore to shake his hand.
Tim, shake the man's hand.
Tim wipes some of the blood off and shakes his hand.
Francis has a very weak handshake. And looks to all of the crew and says, "Yeah, don't worry, my lips are sealed."
Thank you, sir. Very kind of you.
I'll take the press badge out of my hat and briefcase.
Oh.
Going rogue.
You're rogue.
Well, I guess along with Marcy, then we'll just heft this this vampire corpse
Yep.
off down through
it's a
through
prop.
the set.
It's a prop. Don't worry. It's for the scene. Don't
Mr.
worry.
Passmore, shall we take Nancy off the payroll then?
I think we'd better contact her next of kin and let them know that she's gone on a trip. She's been called up.
Yeah,
Okay.
Nice farm son.
Yeah, she's gone to a nice farm upstate.
Yeah.
I'll do the call if you like. The star quality of movie star Fred Astaire will surely win her folks over.
Oh yes, nothing like a celebrity telling them that their daughter's been killed. Wonderful.
I can provide her a beautiful obituary.
Well, I would just avoid telling too much of the truth around the eternal damnation of her soul and things like that. But yeah.
Yep.
I mean, Franz. No, sorry. Trevor. I mean, she was an extra, so souls, man.
Yeah, I'll bring the hot dogs, the nice ones, to the funeral. Yeah.
That's right. Yes, Marcy. Is it Marcy? Marcia?
Yeah.
Matt.
Funeral hot dogs. The
Yes,
sauce
yes,
one,
yes.
the little ones with the sauce.
Funeral
With
hot dogs.
with a little tiny cracker at one end to look like a headstone. Yes.
Yeah. We can get that. Don't worry about it. Clam bake. It'll be great.
I don't know what you said, but good.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna be
I feel
interesting.
gross. I feel dirty.
Yep. So you all, make your way up from this spooky basement with
Mhm.
the body. Do you leave the head or do you carry that with you?
I'll definitely take the head as well.
Cool.
I'm not one to take any chances with an undead corpse.
Mhm.
So-
As we're heading back through the set, Francis is going to be going over to anyone who might be looking in our direction and doing an impromptu interview with them. And I have a move called "What Does That Feel Like?" When you put your camera or microphone right in a person's face, they automatically break off whatever they're doing. They might go back to it right after they deal with you, but you'll
Yep.
create enough time for everyone else to act in the meantime. So if anyone starts looking over suspiciously, I'm conducting an interview so people can get through.
Yep. No, you do that. We're not gonna be like every single one, but yeah, definitely. A few
Mhm.
people start looking at you weird, and you just walk up to them and just sort of toss your recorder in their face, just
Yeah.
start talking, and they
Tell me,
get very.
tell me what it's like. Tell me what it's like working with Mr. Fred Astaire, star of the stage and screen, and all of this kind of shit.
Mhm. Yeah, no, there's a lot of that, and you're also on a horror movie set, so carrying around a body,
Yeah.
maybe not the weirdest thing in the world,
Mhm.
but so you
It's,
you easily manage to deflect suspicion.
It's a prop. It's for the climax of the scene.
Don't worry, we're carrying it outside.
Yeah.
I feel as though I'm
Mm.
dragging the corpse back to my haven to investigate it and try and work out how long she's been a vampire, whether or not she is the initial vampire in the area would be
I mean,
a prudent action.
So where is your head?
Well, it's deep in the bowels of well, no, it's just on. It's there's prefab walls all around it, and it's I've got a lot of electronics equipment, a lot of sort of roughly hewn set bits that need lights inserted and that sort of thing, and also just a big bookshelf on supernatural lore and magical.
Cool.
And
Yeah.
a strangely large stockpile of mystical rare monster.
Is there a crudely
everybody
made
has.
box with Tim in the corner with a
No.
hamster water bottle?
Like a newspaper.
Poor Tim. He has his
We
own
could s-
cupboard. He must do.
Yeah, he's got to have a cupboard under the stairs, surely.
Yeah, come on. If we're gonna
Yeah,
do
but-
the poor British
This
boy
is
thing.
like when you take a dog to work and you put a couple stations for it to visit.
Oh, just some water bowls hanging out. Into the
Yeah.
spaces. Oh,
Hey, that's progressive.
For the time, yeah.
That's
yeah.
tr-
That is true. Yes.
Yeah, keep them watered. Ooh,
Is
Yeah.
there a tap in your workshop with water? Do you think?
a tap.
Yeah.
I mean, that's yeah. You got to have a sink, don't you? Like just to clean up all the
Yeah.
grease and grime when you're working on things.
At the end of the day.
Great. Tim might be like, Mr. Passmore, do you mind if I try and rinse off some of this blood, sir? Mr. Passmore?
So sorry, my ability to speak just entirely left my body there. Quite surreal.
No, it's a
If
big
someone-
ask, sir. I'm sorry.
Could you try that again? It's almost as though my hearing and my speaking and some of my vision went as well.
I was
Like I entirely blacked out.
You need a
I
hot
was-
dog? You need a hot dog right now?
I think I do. Yes, I've got
Yeah,
got
well,
no
hold on.
glucose levels.
I just pull one out of the suit.
Oh God.
No bun.
Sir,
No
I
bun,
was
yeah,
just wondering,
He doesn't even chew it.
am I
um,
allowed to just wash off some of the blood, sir, in the sink?
I mean, you can, Tim. I think it might ruin some of your natural patina, but go ahead.
Okay, Tim's just gonna try and like give himself like a hand bath in the sink.
Hey, hot dog girl, we'll just.
Yeah, go-
It just says take
Yeah,
+1.
you just take +1.
It's very straightforward advantage.
Yeah.
We're talking enough.
You have 2.
Just gonna get a whiskey for Tim. In classic Chosen TV show style, Fred
He's a
cruises in late, tapping
Basically
his
a vampire. Like she still has a lot of the like the color to his skin. She hasn't like completely like to all of the blush of life that you're aware of that vampires like eventually do lose. And you can definitely still see that there's the bite mark. Like there was like if you see where the bite mark was.
Oh yeah,
This
this doesn't look good. I mean, you see here, well, you know, she's a vampire, all right, but also yeah, the fangs and everything. But you know, it's just not biologically possible. She can't have bitten herself. You see, these might make sense. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is there's probably another vampire around here somewhere.
Henry takes a step back and gives everyone a look.
I wasn't sure whether to mention it, sir, but we have lost quite a few extras recently.
Have we?
Yeah, they've just not been coming in, but they mightn't just not have been coming in. But I did notice that, you know, the janitor's now gone, and actually a lot of people have not been coming in.
I suppose this mystery requires further investigation. He says, sort of wiping bits of hot dog off around.
Oh, I think as well, like, given this knowledge and the fact that everyone's in my haven right now, it might be a good time to try and arm everyone with a weapon that's strong against vampires.
Yeah, no, I would say you probably have the equipment for things like that. You definitely have enough to give everybody like a stake and a hammer. You know, and have maybe a couple other weapons to pass out.
Oh, well, then, I mean, immediately I'm just gonna pull open a drawer, and it's just full to the brim of well sharpened wooden stakes and mallets. So it's like I'm just gonna pass them out like party favors. Like, hey, everybody, take a stake. You know, you go for the heart. You take out the heart of a vampire with a wooden stake, and that's usually pretty good. If I was a numbers man, I would say it did 3 harm, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't really know what scale that's on. You know.
Yeah.
Perfect. Tim awkwardly takes a wooden stake. He's still not
Yeah.
entirely sure what's happening.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Blackfriar, does this mean all the extras might come back as vampires, sir?
Yeah, Tim, I think that's probably exactly what has happened, and
Oh.
yeah, I don't know. I think we should be concerned, especially when the sun starts to go down and they can move freely around the set. Yes.
Have a sip of your whiskey, Tim. You're looking a little pale there.
Tim sips his whiskey and pulls that face that kids pull when they have something really sour and disgusting. But he then says, "Oh, it's lovely, Mr. Esther. Thank you. The burn is nice."
You're a good kid, and I mess up your.
You want to chase that with a dog?
I mean, if you have one going spare, Marcy, that would be wonderful.
Oh, I got dogs. Don't worry about it. I got a lot of dogs. Yeah. Marcy's gonna throw another. I almost. Oh, knocking myself out.
Room temperature.
I'm fired. God, sick. Yeah, but it's cooked. It's just no bun is what I meant.
Nice.
It's getting worse. It's getting worse.
Oh, you're a wonderful chef, Marcy. It's delicious.
Oh, thank you, Tim. Oh my God.
I feel bad about what happened to Nancy.
Why not?
Because she was decoration. She was living props. It's fine.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't worry about that, Tim. She had become one of the devil's concubines, and killing her was the right thing to do.
She was a devil's porcupine, you said, sorry?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wouldn't have been a good life. It wasn't a good life for her as a porcupine or
No, that's a cursed life, that is. It's,
She was very sharp. I did notice.
Yeah, I mean, she got you with that. That's what that was. The
Oh.
devil's quell.
Oh.
Women,
Yes, women, Tim says, agreeing. Not really sure what he's agreeing to, but he wants to be part of the team.
Yes, women, agrees Henry, not quite knowing what he's agreeing to.
Yes, women. And I take a sip of my whiskey.
Yeah. Marcy's just gonna start smoking.
And
super-
as it's the 30s, I've got absolutely no problem with that.
Yeah.
You're not going to offer one to Tim, Marcy?
Just pass it.
Oh no.
Just ash it in your whiskey. Just add flavor. That's how they do it.
I'm sorry, do what to it with my whiskey?
Yeah, when it burns down and all those ashes, like you wanna drink those. It's like
It gives you vitamins, young Tim.
yeah, it's
Tim.
good for you. Nothing like a cigarette to boost your innards, and because I mean, we don't see the working here. These butter and eggmen, they don't know, but we gotta keep our iron sides up. So you better eat the rest of that cigarette.
So I'm sorry. Do you want me to smoke it or eat it?
Well,
Now, Tim,
smoke
if
half
you-
of it, eat the rest.
Tim, if you don't eat that cigarette, I'll make you eat the whole packet.
So Tim draws, I guess, has a smoke of this cigarette and does the typical like. Oh, it's lovely, Marcy.
Isn't it just like breathing the air back in London, Tim?
It's just like when I was up in the chimney, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm concerned if I eat it,
with
it's
that.
going to burn me.
You'll build up like a callus in your throat from that. You gotta.
Callous.
Tim looks to Fred Astaire because he trusts Fred Astaire.
Prudence. But I'm having to try very hard to not. Poor Tim.
What would Fred do?
You ignore hot dog girl there. You want to stop it out in your whiskey, roll it around, get it soaked in the flavor, and then you want to eat it. And that way you won't get the calluses.
That's how Fred does it. He gotta protect his voice. Fred's a singer, and we a different kind of art. You know what I mean?
Oh well, if Mr. Astaire says that's the way, then I suppose that's the way. And Tim is going to stump out the cigarette in his whiskey and eat it, I guess.
Yep.
I assume
Cool.
the whiskey then catches a light.
Oh no!
Oh,
Maybe.
right.
Oh right.
Tim, active depressor.
Oh Christ!
Oh no! Does this count as charging into immediate danger?
Yes.
I think so.
Yay! Oh fuck! Act under Jesus Christ! Oh, that is a what is my cool? That is a 12.
Oh shit!
Oh,
12?
imagine.
You do what you set out to do.
Yeah.
This is a coming of age moment.
This is like when you have those
Tim.
shots that are on fire.
You
I was going to say,
become
is it
a
like
man.
a flaming moe?
Tim, every little boy in his life has to stub out a cigarette and some whiskey and get it down his throat. I'm proud of you. Today, Tim, you became a man.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. I feel more manly already.
Well, that's good, Tim, because I think you can be in charge of this one then. And I'm just gonna grab a silver blade to thrust into the boy's hands.
Oh, sir, you didn't have to do this.
Well, it's good for you to be able to defend yourself, Tim. There's probably going to be a lot of vampires coming at you. You're probably going to die. Worse yet, you might become one of them. So just try to think of the
porcupine.
positives, and everything will be fine.
Right, I feel like that was largely a list of negatives, sir, but I trust you.
Oh, but look
So
how
I now have
shiny
a
it is.
silver blade. It is very shiny, sir. My gosh. Right, let's have a silver blade. I have a question. In the what could go wrong,
Yeah.
because there was no harm or anything, does that mean when it says take 2 forward, does that mean just the next time I have to do an act under pressure roll? Is that what that means?
Yeah, pretty much, or like through the end of this.
Perfect.
essentially,
Okay.
thing.
Unless I want to inflict harm on someone, but I don't think that.
I don't
he turns on
suppose. I don't suppose that
Silver has got a reputation for being one of the things they fear. I haven't fought any vampires myself either, but it's just a bit of intuition, I guess I have.
Brilliant. That's just dandy. And I like pat my cane that you saw me pull a big silver sword from the side of.
Should I? Sorry.
That's right. I was going to say, Mr. Blackfriar, if you were a numbers man, what would you say about my nice silver blade here?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, it's silver, but maybe like a 2. It's
Yeah, two sounds good. And 2 silver, close and messy. Those would be what those stats for that blade would be.
Okay, thank you. Oh, thank you, Mr. Blackfriar, sir. I'll promise I'll look after it.
Can we ask Trevor questions about what?
Yeah.
Yeah, Trevor. What about salt and garlic?
I just love hot dogs so much.
I mean, this is further investigating a mystery, isn't it? So I just roll sharp again.
Yeah, roll sharp again.
And
I
I
heard
guess
about
I mean I
garlic.
can I hit the books over and over again if I'm in the haven? It looks like I can.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's just a consistent +1 to that. It's almost impossible for me to fail this roll. It's a 9.
Let's make success.
So I'm gonna be like wanting to investigate the weaknesses and attributes of a vampire. The word I want. What can hurt it?
Yes, but you definitely know that salt, no. Garlic, yeah, it will be enough to repel them and keep you safe. Silver weapons are good, especially like if you use something silver to cut off the head. Will work. But other than that, stake through the heart, burn, and yeah.
So chop off the head with a silver blade is pretty good. Wooden stake in the heart is a tried and true. If we can find some garlic, maybe you have some garlic dressings or something in the hot dog cart. That might keep them at bay a little bit. We probably want to burn this body pretty soon because I don't know if it wants to come back or not.
Yeah, I got a old garlic, like like a gnarl of it. I tried garlic dogs, but like nobody. You know what? We got one. We're gonna lay it out for the van. Got like 4.
Okay, well, I'm just going to, by all means, avert your eyes, but I'm just going to chop this body into manageable pieces and just feed it into the furnace.
Oh, God.
I say, while that horrific thing is going along there, hot dog girl, could you put your and quote marks your garlic in the hot dogs, and could we use them as some sort of projectile, perhaps?
Yeah,
I
we
feel like
could.
I feel like a hot dog is more impactful than a garlic. Sorry, to use the modern parlance.
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple garlics. I got a lot of dogs. Yeah, I can mix them. If anybody got like a blade or a stake, you want some garlics to the edge. Like the image.
What happened, Mr. Blackfriar, if we were to eat the garlic and then the vampires were to bite us?
No, Tim, this is an old garlic.
Well, they probably would have some complaints, but I think your best bet is not to get bit by vampires, wherever possible.
This isn't
Oh,
like the
right.
cigarette, Tim. This isn't good for you.
Actually, I'm afraid, Tim, that being bitten by vampires isn't covered by our insurance.
What's
So
that?
What, sir?
being bitten by vampires, it's not covered by our insurance.
Is that something that I have, sir?
I mean, you count as property, Tim.
Oh, I see. Oh,
Like
Yeah,
if
if we
your
want to
dog
get a
gets
new
bit.
one, it's not covered, so just don't get bit.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to dance around there. Good job there.
Somebody hurts your
Okay.
dog, you don't get any money back for that.
And at this point, yes, with a little just a dirty saw, just hacking an arm off the corpse
God.
as we chat.
In the background, everybody talking to Tim, and Trevor's in the background, just like sawing away.
Francis, you had a strange contraption out earlier. What was your doohickey doing?
That I did. And I'll pull out again my electromagnetic field detector. Well, you see, after I had to depart from dance, and I'll kind of shoot Fred a bit of a look. I took it upon myself to try and do everything I could to get back into the industry. And while I was there, I discovered and I've not dealt with vampires personally, I've dealt with a few other things, and this little device is good for measuring when things aren't doing what they should be, when they aren't natural. It picks up energies, you know. I also have this, and I'll pull out like a full-on Ouija board, like with the planchette and like perfectly carved Ouija board that I pull out of my briefcase. I found this a pretty good way to communicate if we need to. Although I don't know whether communicating with vampires is exactly something we want to be doing right now. But yeah, if we want to find out where some crazy energies are happening, this old bad boy can seek them out for us.
Oh well, there could be some other lingering spirits that could point us in the right direction if you want to give it a go.
That's not a bad shout. If you've got these vampires and they've been targeting members of your cast, they could have left some spirits that got unfinished business. Maybe we can have a chat with them.
I'm wondering, does that count as me giving advice left and right? Because if so, +1 on your actions following my advice.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
And I mark experience.
Yeah. So you wanted to use the Ouija board to say something like investigate a mystery or read a bad situation.
Yeah, I guess kind of like I'm gonna see if I'm gonna do the classic. Is there anyone here with us? And see if there are any spirits present who may know a little bit more about these spooky goings on, if they've seen anything that other people have not.
Yeah. I think we'll go with investigate a mystery, I guess.
Alrighty.
Doing this like seances usually like calm. Everyone's got their eyes closed, they've all linked hands, and Trevor's just in the back, just hacking up this body.
That is an 8.
Is an 8. So yeah, you like as you're doing this, you do the thing where you're like holding the planchette and like you ask, "Is anyone here?" And it sort of weakly goes over to yes. You feel like you may get a question.
Okay. I also have something else that I've picked up because of my experience of being close to but not quite the chosen one. I've actually taken a move from the spooky, which is called Tune In. You can attune your mind to a monster or minion. Roll plus weird. On a 10 plus, hold 3. On a 7 to 9, hold 1. And I'm gonna if I can sense that there is a spirit here, I want to attempt to tune into it and then ask it some questions.
Yeah, do it. Roll that plus weird.
That's an 8. So I hold 1 from where is the creature right now? What is it planning to do right now? Who is it going to attack next? Who does it regard as the biggest threat, and how can I attract its attention? So I'm gonna see if I can latch onto this spirit that is in the room and say, now look, I feel like if we know that there's been some goings on this set, and you know better than all of us, if you know where this vampire is, you tell me, asking where is the creature right now.
Sorry about that. Where is the creature right now? You get it's not like words. Like you get a sense, you get a feeling. You get a feeling that it's somewhere below, like not necessarily the set, but like below the lot. That there's something hidden beneath.
Hey, Henry, will you know about this lot that you happen to have basements below it? Maybe, I don't know, I hesitate to say it, old sewers down there?
I would be the sort of person who would have that information. You're absolutely right. This is good information to have, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say perhaps.
Perhaps. You
glances over at the keeper.
Read a bad situation and roll plus sharp.
Oh dear. Well, this is going to go roll plus sharp. Come on, Himbo. That is 6.
6. Honestly, you're still relatively, they poached you from like Hammer or whatever.
Yeah.
So you haven't actually spent a lot of time on this lot yet. So you're not.
I feel like there definitely are sewers. I've used the facilities. Perhaps we go down a toilet? Question mark.
Well, I'm getting a feeling for the spirit that's here. There's a ghost here, by the way. that that
Thanks. Thanks for dropping that.
just you kind of get used to it.
Mhm.
That there is that if this vampire is anywhere or whatever this creature is, it is somewhere down below the lot.
Mhm.
Now, if we can find a way to get down there, whether through a manhole cover or I hope down some stairs. I'm hoping this is just a basement kind of situation. I'd
Mhm.
prefer it that way.
I mean,
Well, I
what's
mean,
the costume room down some stairs?
That's a point.
I say
Maybe
Tim knows all the nooks and crannies anyway.
yeah, Tim, do you have any insight that you can share on this?
Does Tim have any insight? I
Yeah,
don't
well-
know.
Yeah, give me also a plus sharp.
Okay. Oh, that is a 7. I just made it.
7. So you get a 1. You get
Okay.
hold on.
What role was that? Sorry.
The read a bad situation. So
Oh,
you
that
got
one.
one of those questions.
Okay. What's the best way into the cellars?
Hey,
You don't think it's the cellars, but I've heard some of like the crew people and stuff talk about an old cave system
oh my gosh.
that was below sort of where you are right now.
Right.
A lot of people talk about like maybe that's they moved or during the because I was like doing it in my head. I was like, yes, it's the 30s. So yes, during the 20s, it was a old set of like bootlegger tunnel.
Oh, I
You
do
have no idea
remember
what that means, but you know.
No. I do remember, sir, some of the crew people talking about some sort of cave system underneath, well, where we are right now. So someone on the set might know how to get there.
Perfect. That sounds like exactly what we need.
Oh well, there's a distinct possibility that that somewhere here, just in my pockets or something, I have just a copy of the floor plan of the lot. I'm usually quite prepared. Let me just dig through my pockets and have a see. I'm going to use a preparedness ability.
Yeah.
To maybe I've just got the blueprints. Who knows,
Maybe.
right?
Yeah, or maybe they're like on your wall somewhere. What do you roll for that?
So that's a sharp roll.
Oh.
So what does it say on a 7 to 9? I have it, but it's not here. It will take some time to get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You don't have the blueprints here. But you do know. There's the records building. That's it's on the other side of the lot. It'll take you like an hour to get there indeed. But you know they have blue, and they would definitely have.
So we could run around like headless chickens looking for a cave, or we could go all the way across the lot, possibly fighting vampires and get the blueprints to the location.
Bit thoughtless to use a headless analogy there, but either way.
Oh well, she's most thingsless now. Just holding up the remaining forearm.
Oh,
Doesn't quite fit in the furnace at the minute. I'm just sort of hanging on to it until something else burns.
Hang on, twist it. Put it in diagonally, look.
Okay, yeah, that's just Tim, can you keep an eye on this? Just make sure the ashes don't fall out. We don't want to start any fires.
See, I imagine Tim wasn't looking. Tim is too scared. I was wondering whether Tim kind of whilst observing Trevor's lovely room here, whether I could oops my way into some kind of, I don't know whether there might be a vent or some kind of entrance or some kind of thing that would indicate a way into the caves, or it could just be something else that isn't relevant.
There is something. You're like looking around and you do see well, actually, no, you're not. As you're looking around, you hear a scream from somewhere you're guessing is probably on set.
I don't mean to break up the awful body dismantling party, but I think someone on set is screaming, and as far as I'm aware, we've not started shooting yet.
being the chosen one movie star of stage and screen Fred Astaire, I'm gonna run from the room full tilt to the set.
Oh, good. Tim will go with you.
And
I mean, having
Yeah, I'll
stuffed the
follow.
remainder of the corpse into the furnace, I think I might as well follow along as well.
Yeah,
My
let's
expertise
go.
might be required.
Henry follows suit because he has to protect his main asset.
Is
Tim
that Tim or Fred?
Yeah, Tim or Fred.
Yes.
Hot dog girl's gonna get onto her bicycle attached to the cart and wheel it after him.
Like just thinking this in this giant set building, just brought the bicycle and cart in with you.
Oh yeah.
Wide corridors.
Yeah, it was very
Priorities.
wide corridors. So yeah, no, as you all rush out onto the set, like all the lights and everything are ready to go. And one of the actresses who's playing like Dracula's brides, and like is the one who's screaming, and you look over and you see the body of the janitor in Dracula's coffin.
Oh!
And I think that is where we're going to end part one.
Oh,
Ah!
amazing.
Ooh.
Oh my god, that was
That was
great.
so much fun. That was
That
really
was
fun, guys.
amazing.
That's
Monster of the
legitimate.
Week is so much fun.
It is
Oh my
so
God.
fun. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, especially like once everybody like gets into character and everything, and it's just like I can just sit back and let you all go.
I noticed that. Like, it's
Yeah.
you're actually able to like kind of just facilitate the important moments,
Yeah,
Mhm.
like
and
especially,
otherwise just kind of let a
Mhm.
story unfold, which is pretty cool.
I mean, it's one of my favorite things.
Mhm.
But yes, let us go around. And everybody, if you want to talk about your respective podcasts, really quick, we wrap things up. And I don't know who wants to go first. I'll let whoever wants to talk about their respective show.
We could do it in the order we did at the beginning, so I can just
Yeah.
go first because that'd
Mhm.
be So me and Ghost, aka Francis, and me Prue, aka movie star Fred Astaire.
Yeah.
We're both part of Chasing Tails role playing games, which is a Twitch stream where we play Dungeons and Dragons. We play variety tabletop role playing games, and we also have a Cyberpunk Red campaign very soon.
Ooh.
Maybe already out, depending
May
on when
already
this
be out.
gets put up. Yeah, and so we're around on the internet. Come check us out if you want even more TTRPGs in your life.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
we
we all need more TTGs in our life.
yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And if you haven't guessed from our accent, we run at like a cool GMT. So if you're
Mhm.
someone who's listening to this that's like, oh no, everything is on the US time slot. Nuh-uh, we're not.
Come hang. And I am also here not just from Chasing Tales, but from Witch and Craft Games, who are an international indie game development company and Twitch stream. We are doing a lot of things right now as we're starting for the year. We're working on several new games, some big ones, some small ones. Maybe by the time this is out, we'll be doing some new streams as well. So currently we're running a Rogue Trader stream, which
Oh, I'm in
Prue
the
is a
Rogue
part
Trader
of. You're in the Rogue Trader stream.
I'm
Um,
having to learn loads of Warhammer lore, and it turns out there's loads of that, and it's very
There's a lot.
difficult.
It's
Talking-
very confusing.
Talking of learning lore, it might have started by the time this episode goes out. It might have not, but we are currently getting ready to start a Ravnica D&D 5e campaign. So I'm learning a lot of magic
Nice.
lore that I'm going to be jumping into. So that is a lot of fun. There's a lot of stuff to that. I've never played Magic. It is very
I love the Ravnica. It's very exciting.
it's so fun. So yes, yeah, catch us at twitch.tv/witch and craft games, or on Twitter at witchncraft. We make games, we play games. We have a lot of fun.
Yeah, well,
Magnificent.
let's turn it over to the next group, Backwater Bastards.
Oh, that was us, wasn't it?
Hey,
We're the
I think
Backwater
that's us.
Bastards.
I think so.
Yeah,
don't know.
we do a podcast, an actual play podcast. We used to play Dungeons and Dragons.
We homebrewed.
Yeah, I'm the Dungeon Master. We now play a
we homebrewed
yeah.
ourselves into space.
yeah, it's a system
Literally.
of my own divination, my own production called Orbital Refuse, which is like a real sort of like a cheeky, silly sci. I mean, I don't want to give spoilers away.
yeah.
But, yeah.
Don't worry about it. You'll find out. Yeah, and we are here too. So thank you for having us. I was like, that's
You
it.
gotta commit. You gotta commit.
Hot Dog Girl was supposed to be
Archetype,
like
you know?
way less aggressive.
You
I was
made it.
more older.
Fun stuff that everything is homebrew because the other two players, Jazz and Alice. Hi, Jazz and Alice, if you're listening. Hi. They were sort of relatively new to D&D, but they got us into role playing generally. So it's a whole homebrew world. It's really good fun. Myself and Alicia's in our own rights. I can do that sort of dirty.
So we release an episode every 2 weeks. We're most places where you can find podcasts. We're at Dice and a Slice with an N, so like Dice and a Slice.
That's at DICNASLICE.
We're also active on Twitter. It's mostly just me talking to people when I get lonely. And yeah, it's good fun. And if you aren't D&D fan, we also have a one-shot set in the City of Mist system, which is really similar to Monster of the Week in that it's 2d6 and it's mostly like fun role play. chaos. So if you like horror characters and City of Mist system, then we have some one shots for that too. So yeah, come give us a follow.
Yeah.
We're very aware that we're the baby podcast here.
We're
I
brand
mean,
new.
honestly, like
I don't know
Galaxy
about
Gaze has
that.
only existed since September.
Yeah, but we still
I'm
feel like the
starting to feel
babies.
old.
We're
my
like
God.
we're 3 years old. We just don't have an excuse about why we haven't gotten.
I think we're what, mate? Like we're June. I think June babies.
We started
Yeah.
in June, so oh no, we're not.
Chasing-
We don't even
yeah.
have the baby excuse now.
Oh no, Chasing Tails was around April, so we're catching up.
I love this lockdown podcast. It's
Yeah.
It's lockdown podcast central. Hey,
It was a
I mean, we
mix of
started taking it seriously
lockdown
this
and
last year as
being
well.
unemployed and needing something to do.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But yes, we will be back probably next week. This is probably going to be airing during our season, like our mid-season, all the mid-season fun stuff that we've going on, because we're actually, as of today, we're going to be recording our season finale tonight. It's going to be fun.
Ooh.
Season 1 finale with
Oh my God, Aubrey,
with-
you're really working late.
well, it's just this, and then tonight I have season 1 finale.
Oh my
It's
god,
like
that's
double.
so exciting.
Yeah.
Although I guess by the time this comes out, that will have already happened. It'll be old news.
Yeah, it'll be old news. So this will probably actually be up sometime.
People can
in
reminisce.
End of February, beginning of March. Yeah. But yes, this was a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to see how you guys resolve everything, because it's never going to be how I think it will.
That's just the way.
That's
the
rule
way
number one of
Monster of the Week
GMing,
goes,
isn't it?
And that's
Mhm.
the way Monster of the Week goes, and I love it.
I mean,
I
surely
mean,
we're just
I
going to
think-
shove a garlic hot dog down Dracula's throat and be done.
What's that? You mean a gorlick?
A Gorlick hot
hot
dog
dog.
spit roast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
No
so
we will
chewing.
sorry.
We'll see
There's a nice
everybody.
little soundbite for you.
We will see everybody next time. And
Ciao.
we say here, eat your vegetables. I don't know why we say it. We just do.
Eat your vegetables.
Eat your
Eat your
vegetables.
vegetables.
Or out.
Eat
Eat your
them.
gorlicks.
Gorlick.
It's your Gorlicks.
Eat your garlics.
Rules light,
Gay heavy.
knees weak.
Mom spaghetti?
Listen to us truly earn the explicit podcast tag on Roll Gay Roleplay.
Where we roll with sass and kick some ass.
Our dysfunctional party isn't afraid to get our hands dirty.
Feel free to interpret that however you want.
So if violence is on your gay agenda,
Come join our campaign at Roll Gay Roleplay.
and may Yonsei be with you.
Be gay. Roll dice.
An LGBTQIA actual play podcast network.